Tonight on WVUA News at 6, a new era begins at the University of Alabama.
President Robert Witt has been tapped as the chancellor of the university system. Hear what he has to say about taking the lead of the entire system. Plus,
Habitat for Humanity has handed over the keys to the Matthews new home. But it's what the Matthews went through on April 27th that makes today so special. I'm Jennifer Edwards, and I'll have their story coming up on WVUA News.
but first, University of Alabama President Dr. Robert Witt has a new job. Witt has been chosen as the chancellor, the new chancellor of the entire college system.
He will now be in charge of the system's 3 campuses and the health system. The Board of Trustees made that announcement today. Witt has served as the president of the capstone since 2003, and during his tenure at UA has grown to a record 31,747 students. Witt replaces Dr. Malcolm Portera, who retired earlier this year. Witt told WVUA he hopes his legacy at the capstone will not only be the increase of students, but also the increase of academic excellence.
One of the keys to our progress is to grow with balanced excellence. You need to attract outstanding students, outstanding faculty and staff, and have them deliver high-quality academic programs in state-of-the-art facilities.
Executive Vice President and Provost Dr. Judy Bonner will serve as interim president. We will have much more on this big story tonight for you on WVUA News at 10. An Alberta City family finally has a place to call home. Habitat for Humanity dedicated yet another home this afternoon. This time it was for the Matthews family.
But it's what the Matthews family went through on April 27th that makes this day so special. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has their story.
Keith and Amy, welcome home.
The Matthews are finally home, but Keith and Amy Matthews say April 27th, 2011 is something they'll never forget.
We were home, me and the kids, and Keith was at work, and he called and said that it was near. And Chloe and Carter was in the bed asleep, and me and Kristen was laying on the couch. And when he told me to hide, I got Kristen off the couch, and when I tried to go get the other two, the house was being hit.
According to Amy Matthews, this vacant lot behind me is the only thing that's left of their home. The house was picked up off its foundation and thrown 100 yards in this direction. Matthews says when she opened her eyes, Kristen was in her arms, Chloe was found outside of the rubble, and Carter was still on his mattress, trapped underneath the home.
I really thought he was dead because he wouldn't wake up. But after I shook him a couple of times, he woke up. And I just knew if we would have stayed on that hill a little longer, he probably would have died in my arms.
Carter Matthews survived with only a concussion and minor cuts and bruises. The girls didn't have a scratch on their bodies. Keith Matthews says he's blessed that all of his family survived.
It sticks with me every day, and I never leave their side. As long as I'm out. After I leave work, I'm always with them. I'm never leave their side again.
Now the Matthews family have a safe room inside of their new home for when the storms roll in. Reporting in Alberta City, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And the Matthews home was part of the Habitat Homes Nick's Kids 14 for 14 program. And the Matthews are planning on moving into their home either tonight or Tuesday morning.
Now the latest on the severe weather outbreak that hit the U.S. and Alabama. The death toll now stands at 39. One of those deaths was in Alabama. Weather officials saying it hit Tallapoosa and Chambers counties, and it was 1,000 yards wide, or the length of 10 football fields put together. The severe weather came just as residents were still repairing the destruction caused by the April storms last spring. Governor Robert Bentley toured the damage on Sunday and offered encouraging words to all those affected.
And I'm so thankful to see how the people in Alabama care about each other, and they come out and they help each other, and that just it makes me proud to be the governor of a state where we have people like that.
Officials identified the victim in Alabama as 57-year-old Todd Hodge.
The city of Tuscaloosa wants your opinion on 2 new plans for rebuilding Tuscaloosa. The city will be hosting a public meeting tomorrow to get input from citizens about Tuscaloosa Forward's 2 plans. City leaders say members of the community can see the plans for themselves and share their opinions with local officials. The generational master plan focuses on public spaces and facilities all throughout the tornado recovery area. The rezoning maps give information about building styles and residential areas that may have not been updated since the 1970s. Incident Commander Meredith Lynch says the plans were created after hearing concerns from the residents.
It's taken 10 months for this plan to come out, but we believe that we did it the right way. We wanted to make sure that we reached out to the community and we grabbed their ideas and their thoughts, and having that all come together into this generational plan and into the new zoning ordinances that we were putting into place. And our zoning has not been rewritten since 1972, and we wanted to make sure we took this opportunity to rebuild back better. We hope that the community is on board with us, and we're very excited about it.
And the Tuscaloosa Forward public meeting is set for tomorrow afternoon. This come and go event kicks off at 4 o'clock and runs until 7. It will take place on the second floor of Tuscaloosa City Hall.
New at 6, WVUA is covering Pickens County, where Alabama Senator Richard Shelby spoke out about creating new jobs. Senator Shelby met with constituents in Gordo this morning for a county visit. Residents spoke with Shelby about their concerns facing Alabama and the entire country. Creating new jobs was a hot topic. Shelby says state leaders are willing to work with companies to make it easy for them to create jobs.
And the governor has, and Senator Sessions and I say it too, we're open for business in Alabama. If you come here to do business, we will do everything to make it as easy as we can on you, for you to create jobs, to create wealth, and we all benefit from it.
Shelby told WVUA the next president needs to be someone who can create new jobs, make the country stronger economically, and strengthen the military.
On your education watch, searching for a new leader of Tuscaloosa County Schools. You have the chance to speak out about what you would like to see in the next superintendent of the county school system. School officials are hosting public meetings for the community. The first meeting is set for Thursday night at the Tuscaloosa County High School Gymnasium. It starts at 7 p.m. The next meeting is set for Tuesday, March 20th at the Hillcrest High School Auditorium at 7 p.m.
On your election watch, Alabama's primary is just a week away, and there are some important dates to keep in mind before the big day. The primary set for next Tuesday, that's March 13th. The deadline to register has already passed, but if you are voting with an absentee ballot, you have until March 8th to turn in that application. March 12th is your deadline to turn in absentee ballots. It's important to note the week of the primary is also spring break for the University of Alabama and the Tuscaloosa City and County Schools. If needed, the Alabama primary runoff is set for Tuesday, April 24th. Marchers are recreating history this week here in Alabama.
Hundreds of people are marching from Selma to Montgomery to honor Bloody Sunday. This 50-mile journey is in remembrance of the 47th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. That's when unarmed civil rights marchers were attacked by armed Alabama State Troopers. Civil rights activist Al Sharpton joined the crowd as they crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge. This trek will end Friday with a rally at the Alabama State Capitol.